Hello students. So students, in the previous class, in this chapter that is reaching the age of adolescence, we discussed the different kind of glands. Before going to the further topic, let me remind you what are the different glands that we have studied till now. So the first gland that we have studied, student, is that was the pituitary gland, which is also known as the master gland. After that of the pituitary gland, student, we discuss about that of the thyroid gland. Okay, so thyroid gland, basically it is present to the lower part of the neck. Then we discuss about that of the adrenal gland. Adrenal gland is basically which is present at the upper portion of the kidney, and this gland basically, you see, it is also known as it used to release a hormone which we call as adrenaline or emergency hormone. Next one is the pancreas, students. Pancreas, basically it is present in the liver portion. Okay, so it is present near to that of the liver, and it helps in controlling the blood sugar level. If your pancreas is not working well, ultimately it will lead to a diabetic person. Okay, it releases a hormone that is known as insulin. Then we move to the next, students, and that was the reproductive hormone, which includes the male hormone and that of the female hormone, or male gland or the female gland. Okay, so if we talk about the male gland, students, so it is testis. Testis is that gland which used to release a hormone, and the hormone which is released by testis is testosterone. Basically, testosterone is there, a very common hormone. Androgen is also there. The work of a testis is to release the sperms. Okay, so it helps in controlling and regulating the function of the sperms. Okay, or the testis. If we talk about the female hormones, it releases two types of a hormone. The first one is the estrogen, and the second one is progesterone. Estrogen is that hormone, student, which if we talk about the estrogen, so this help during the pregnancy, as well as it help in maintaining the lining so that the female can give the birth. So we can say in the birth process it used to work. Okay, so estrogen, it help in the birth process as well as it work during the pregnancy. Next one is that of the progesterone. It basically maintain the lining of the uterus so that the zygote, formation of a zygote, or the development of the zygote can occur easily. So during the development, the progesterone, it used to work, and it help in maintaining the lining of the uterus. Okay, from where the zygote, it get all the nutrients and nourishment from the mother's blood. Okay, so these are the different glands, students, that we have discussed till now. Now if we talk afterward that after this gland, students, so you see the name of the chapter. What is the name of the chapter here? Is the adolescence. So what is the meaning of the adolescence, students, and what is the meaning of a puberty? Because we are saying that these glands, they become active, these hormones releases from the body of a person if he or she reaches to the age of puberty, or if he or she reaches to the adolescence phase. Now when we talk about the adolescence phase, students, basically it occurs when a person, a boy or a girl, is in between to that of a 12 to 19 year. So since it is in between 12 to 19 year, sorry, so we can say it started from 13 and 13 to that of 19 year. And this age is what? It is a teen age. You can see 13 or 19. Up to there, teen is used. So we can say this is what? This is the teen age of a time. That is why they are also known as teenagers. Okay, so those human being which is in between to that of a 13 to 19 year of age, we call them as a teenager. And this phase is known as the adolescence phase. And only this period, students, you will see that a lot of a physical, emotional and mental changes can occur in the body, since the glands, they become active and starts releasing the hormone in the body. Okay, so let us write it and try to understand the adolescence phase. So we already had discussed that since this is in between to that of 12 to 19, and that is why this phase is also known as a teenage phase, and the person is known as the teenagers. Okay. Now, if we talk that what happened during this phase, students, so during the adolescence phase, a person undergoes, person's body, the body undergoes several changes, which is marked by that of the by growth, physical changes, and emotional changes. So since students, this time the body, the glands become active, so hormones starts releasing. So you will say that during this phase, it means between that of a 12 to 19 year, body undergoes several kind of changes. These changes can be related to the growth. These changes can be related to any kind of a physical change that occur in the body, as well as the emotional and mental changes also occur. Remember that it is not only limited with that of the physical, but emotional and mental changes also occur during the adolescence phase, okay, or during the teenage time. Now, if we talk that what is the age when we saw these kind of changes? So, you see, students, the changes can be changes is seen in the girls also and in the boys also, but the changes that occur in the girls is 1 or 2 years earlier than that of the boys. It means the girls, they reaches puberty earlier than that of the boys. So we can write it. The changes can be seen in the girls 1 or 2 years earlier than boys. So it is 1 to 2 years earlier than that of the boys. So these changes occur in the teenage, and basically if you see the change, if you compare the changes which occurred in the boys and in the girls, you will find that the changes which occur in the girls is earlier than that of the boys. Now, when we talk about the adolescence phase, students, we should know a term, and that is known as the puberty. Because what I am saying that a person reaches to the adolescence phase, we call that period, that particular time is known as the puberty. So what is the puberty? When a boy or a girl is, you can say it is ready to show the process of a reproduction, that is known as the puberty. Okay, so we can write it. So we can say that the ability of a person, the ability of a boy or a girl to show the process of a reproduction. Now this change is what? This change is basically occur when a person reaches to a certain age. Okay, and this process is marked by the puberty. Okay, so we can say that the ability of showing the process of reproduction, the ability to reproduce, the ability to reproduce after a certain period of a time or at a certain stage, at a certain age, is the most significant change which occur in the body, student. Okay, is the most significant change occurs in the body of a person. So a lot of changes occur, but you see that the most significant change occur that your body is now ready to reproduce and show the process of a reproduction now. That we can say is the most significant change, is the most important change that occur in the body. And the stage of life where a person is now able to reproduce, able to show the process of a reproduction, that stage of a life is known as the puberty. So we can write it that the stage of a life, when a human is capable of reproduction. Capable of reproduction is called puberty. So puberty is what, student? It is that stage of a life when a person is able to show the process of a reproduction, body is ready to reproduce. That is known as a puberty. So when a person reaches to the stage of a puberty, then only you will start seeing the different kind of changes occur in the body. It means at that time your hormones makes your body so fully developed, fully grown, since it is now ready for showing the process of reproduction. So making it more sexually mature, the glands becomes active and starts releasing the hormones in the body. Okay. So basically what happened that during the puberty, students, both your primary reproductive organ as well as your secondary reproductive organ both become active, and this starts growing and grow and mature also. Okay, so this all changes occur in the reproductive organ after the puberty. So we can say that during puberty, that is, during puberty, the primary and secondary reproductive organ grow, develop and mature. Grow and mature. Okay, so at that time the organs, they become mature and they starts growing. Now, if we talk about the growing pattern, students, so see students, puberty also, when we talk in case of a boys or girls, since their body is different, their glands are different, their hormones are different, so the way of maturing or the growing of their reproductive organ also varies. Okay, so if we talk about the gaining of the puberty, so what we have seen that the girls, they gain the puberty more earlier, or 1 or 2 more earlier than that of the boys. So ultimately their growth period means their the reproductive organ growth and development also becomes earlier than that of the boys. So we can say that the growth in case of a female and the male of the reproductive organ also varies from each other. So we can say that during adolescence the changes also varies, or the growth also varies. During adolescence, growth pattern varies from boys and varies in boys and girls from each other. Okay, in boys and girls from each other. So it happens, student, because of the puberty. So we can say that in case of the female, in case of girls, they shows the puberty, they gain the puberty between that of a 10 to 13 year. It means the growth of that of the primary and the reproductive organ occur between that of a 10 to 13 years. And in case of boys, it occur from 12 to 14 years. Okay, so you can see here that the growth is earlier in that of the girls than that of the boys. So we can say that girls gains puberty at 12. Okay, in some books, student, it varies. In somewhere it is written as 8 also. So it reaches to puberty at 12, and thus the growth of the reproductive organs is in between 10 to 12 years. Basically it is 10, students, somewhere it is written as a 12. So we can say that it reaches to puberty to 10 to 12 years, and thus the growth also it varies. It almost takes about, means that girls, they reaches to the puberty at 12 year, and the growth pattern, the growth of the primary and the secondary reproductive organ occurs in between to that of the 10 to 12 year. If we look after to that of the boy students, so in case of a boys, so boys, they reaches to their puberty, we can say at 14 year. So their growth pattern is means the growth of the primary and that of the secondary reproductive organs occur between that of the 12 to 14 year. So we can say that boys growth pattern occurs in between to that of 12 to 14 years of age. Okay, so the growth pattern in that of the female and in that of the male, it varies. The girls, they gain the puberty earlier, so their growth pattern also occur earlier in case as compared to that of the boys. Boys, they reaches to the puberty at 14 years, 13 to 14 years. So we can say that the growth pattern in that boys is in between. The growth of the organs, that of the reproductive organ, occurred in between to that of the 12 to 14 years of age. Okay. Now we will move and see the some other changes that occur during the puberty. So continuously we are saying that during the puberty student a lot of changes occur. Why we are discussing about this phase? Basically it is that phase, this adolescence period or this puberty is that phase of the life of a person where the different kind of changes can be observed in the body. So we can say that this is a very crucial phase that we have to understand, and that is why we are trying to understand the term adolescence and the puberty. So you see students, next topic is the changes in puberty or changes during puberty. Changes that occurs during puberty. Changes that occurs during puberty students. So you see, basically when a person reaches to the puberty, not only that of the physical but mental and emotional changes occur. So we can say that we not only see the some external changes, but the internal changes are responsible for the external also, we can say. Okay, it is because of the internal changes that occur inside the body of a person causes the external changes. Okay, so we can write it, that is during puberty a lot of internal changes occur inside the body. So during puberty, we discussed that a lot of internal changes occur in the body. And in this one student, if we see the first internal change that occurred during the puberty, or during that the boy or the girl gains the puberty, is the first one is the increased activity in the oil and the sweat gland. In the oil and sweat gland. So basically what happened that when a person reaches to that of the puberty, the oil gland as well as the sweat gland, it becomes active, and the release of the sweat and the oil starts, especially we use the term for it, that is sweat gland or that of the sebaceous glands. So all these glands becomes active, and you see that release of the person starts sweating, and due to the release of the oil glands, you see pimples. It occurs in the teenagers more often, and it is because of the oil gland. So we can say that when a person reaches to a puberty, we can write it, that is during puberty oil gland and the sweat gland oil and sweat glands becomes active. So when the oil gland and the sweat gland become active, student, what are the consequences you will see? So if we talk in case of a sweat glands, so if the sweat gland become active, so more sweat, it means release of a more sweat occur to the body. So we can say that due to the activeness of sweat gland, release of more sweat occurs in the body. More sweat occur in the body of a person. Okay, sweat gland become active, release of a more sweat will occur. If we talk in case of a oil gland, students, so if oil gland becomes active, So ultimately it will release more oil, which makes the skin more oily, and it will lead to the formation of a pimples and acne on that person. So you have seen in the teenagers especially, or during the adolescence phase, the formation of a pimples and acne occur. So it occurs, it's a very natural process, students. So basically it occurs because the active gland of the person becomes active, the oil glands becomes active. Okay, so we can say that active oil glands leads to the release of leads to the release of oil, and this makes the skin oily, and if the skin will be oily, students, more dust and dirt will get a stick, and ultimately it will leads to making pimple and acne on the face or on the body, and acne. Okay, so active oil glands leads to the making the skin very oily. Now this is the first one, students, in which we can say that the glands become active. We already had discussed a lot of a gland, but the glands which we, and the second thing after that of the oil gland, students, that changes that we seen is the development of the reproductive organs. Absolutely, after the glands, they becomes active, the release of oil and that of the sweat, from that of the sweat gland and sebaceous gland occur. But the most important thing that you will see, the most important change that you will observe during puberty or in that of the teenage phase, that is the development in that of the reproductive organs. So the second thing is the development of reproductive system of male and female. Okay, development of reproductive So we can say the development of our reproductive organ, students. So basically when the person they gain that puberty, so ultimately that male or that of the female, boy or the girl, will their reproductive organs start developing. So we can say that after puberty there is a development in that of the male and the female reproductive system also. So we can write it, that is that during puberty the male and the female reproductive organ fully develops. So basically after a person when gains the puberty, the reproductive system starts developing. So we can say that during puberty that of the male and the female reproductive fully develops. It become active, students. When we say that it is fully developed, what does that mean? That this time organ was already there, but at that time it was not working. Okay, it was not active. But as the person reaches to that of the puberty, reaches to the adolescence phase, students, at that time the organ it become active, and the glands which is present in that of the reproductive system, like in case of a testis or in case of the ovaries, it starts releasing the hormones. Okay, so the testis students, it starts releasing the hormone that is testosterone, and the ovaries starts releasing the estrogen and progesterone. So we can say that reproductive system was already there, but it was not active until and unless the person reaches to the age of puberty. As he or she gains the puberty, this glands becomes active, and these glands starts releasing the certain they starts releasing the male and the female gametes respectively. So we can say that during puberty, the male and that of the female glands starts releasing hormones. Okay, and which hormones? Especially student, if we talk about the male and the female, so here in place of the hormone we can also write it starts releasing the gametes, and that is the sperms and that of the ova. Okay, so these are the hormones and the gametes that is released by that the person when it reaches to the puberty. So basically students, we have discussed today two type of changes that occurred when a person reaches to the age of adolescence. The first, that the glands become active, whether it is the oil gland or that of the sweat gland. So oil gland, basically it starts releasing the oil, and due to the production of the oil makes the skin very oily, and due to which pimples and acne can be seen. If we talk about the development of the reproductive organs, so during puberty, a person, when the reproductive system becomes mature, it starts developing, and ultimately at that time the male and the female they starts releasing their gametes respectively, and that is sperms and ova. Okay.